a challenging life, and many a times we cannot cope up with a fast-paced life, which leads to physical, mental, and emotional disorders, which shatter us completely. In the modern world, mental health disorders have become a leading cause of disability globally, exacerbating human health. With the divine blessings of Lord Dhanvantriji, hope lies in Ayurveda. Dr. Navdeep Sharma, a spiritual healer from the city of the Golden Temple. His graduation from Sri Lakshmi Narayan Ayurvedic College, one of the oldest institute in our country, associate with Sri Durgyana Education Foundation. His masters from the University of Madras. His PhD in the role of Ayurvedic herbs in psychological disorders. Listed in the World Book of Records for promoting Ayurveda and developing a chain of Ayurvedic treatment and Panch Karma centers in various parts of the globe.
डॉक्टर नवदीप शर्मा को दुनिया भर में आयुर्वेद का जागरूकता फैलाने के लिए सम्मानित किया गया। लंदन में इंडो यूके लीडरशिप समिट में द वर्ल्ड बुक ऑफ रिकॉर्ड्स ने दिया उत्कृष्ट पुरस्कार।
लंदन में इंडो यूके लीडरशिप समिट का आयोजन, आयुर्वेद को लेकर जागरूकता पर जोर, द वर्ल्ड बुक ऑफ रिकॉर्ड्स ने लोगों को किया सम्मानित।
Commendable Global Recognition Award was received by Dr. Navdeep Sharma and Dr. Monica Sharma on behalf of ND Care Nirogam Private Limited for leading Ayurvedic services at the British Parliament, UK.
ब्रिटेन में बसा भारत का डंका, नवदीप शर्मा और डॉक्टर मोनिका शर्मा को मिला आउटस्टैंडिंग कंट्रीब्यूशन टू आयुर्वेदिक हेल्थ सर्विस पुरस्कार।
Dr. Navdeep Sharma has also been awarded the title of Pranacharya by the Akhil Bharatiya Ayurveda Mahasammellan.
आयुर्वेदिक डॉक्टर नवदीप शर्मा को युवा प्राणाचार्य की उपाधि दी गई। भारतीय आयुर्वेद महासम्मेलन में सम्मानित किया गया। कार्यक्रम में मनोज तिवारी मौजूद रहे।
नवदीप शर्मा को विश्व के सबसे युवा प्राणाचार्य की उपाधि मिली है। अखिल भारतीय आयुर्वेद महासम्मेलन में मनोज तिवारी भी शामिल हुए।
Up next, most trusted
A very good evening to all of you in this live interactive session of ours from the United Kingdom. And I would also like to welcome all of you who are joining us from US, from Canada, and other parts of the world. Again, by the grace of Almighty and due to a delegation, I am here in the UK. And I thought I should take this opportunity to be discussing with you about autism. Every time that I am over here in the United Kingdom, I see lots and lots of children who are being diagnosed with autism, ADHD, GDD, they call it as global developmental delay. And many of them, when their teachers, when their observers tell them that yes, there is something wrong with their child, rather than going for the treatment immediately, many of them start waiting to be tagged as being autistic by the NHS. They keep on waiting because what they particularly feel is that only and only once the NHS it tags their child as being autistic, then whosoever psychotherapist is allocated to the child should be the one who should be starting those therapies for the child. But the thing to worry over here for us is that as the age of a child keeps on growing, the chances of the child to come out of autism, they start reducing. If we really want a child to come out of autism, now the first and the foremost important thing is, can a child really come out of autism? Now that is a very common question which comes in the mind of parents, and so many parents, when they approach our coordinators, when they approach our doctors, and some of them even when they approach me. Now this is a very important question which comes in their mind because somewhere they have read it on Google, somewhere the psychologist has already guided them in that way. So somewhere they are feeling that no, if a child is autistic, it's only improvement through the therapies, through the occupational therapy, through the special education, or through the ABA that can be done in the child, but a child cannot come out of autism. Now, it is that belief that they are having in their mind. So much so that initially, when our team discusses with them, when we ask for certain videos from them, when we try to diagnose them, many of them are not willing to do that. Many of them feel that no, maybe it is due to some commercial purposes that they have been told that a child can come out of autism. And a lot of energy in the beginning has to be devoted in making the parents understand, in making the parents realize that yes, a child can win over autism. And the moment the parents they start to believe it, in the moment the parents under our guidance start to become the psychotherapist of their child themselves, the pathway towards success immediately starts with. Now, when I say the parents themselves, that is of utmost importance over here. Many a times, when the parents, when we speak to them, they will tell us that, see, we discussed our child's case with one of the senior most psychologist or neurologist or psychiatrist or pediatrician. We have discussed the case of our child with one of the senior most, and they said a child can never come out of autism. So, how can you say that a child can come out of autism? So, I always tell the parents that see, autism is a temporary phase in the life of a child, but to make it temporary, it has to be treated timely. It has to be managed timely. On one hand, where if required, it's not required in all the cases, but wherever required, certain herbs are to be used. Those herbs which can bring and modify the positivity, the acceptance, the concentration of your child. That is one part which we need to do. And the second part, while that is happening, a real expert who can guide you as parents on how to interact with your child, how to manage your child. When a child is doing a tantrum, for example, if you are not giving him a thing of his choice and he's shouting, he's lying down on the floor, and in some cases he's hitting you. Now, what needs to be done from your end as a parent? What should be your reaction? Do you want to, you should be scolding him, or should you be listening to his demands? What exactly we need to be doing? Now, that is something which is very important for us to understand. And that is what our AB experts they try to focus on. They try to evaluate, and then every 6 months the parents are advised to interact with me personally wherever possible, or with someone who is as senior as me, so that we can take new targets every 6 months, and then I can observe the changes in the child. I can evaluate them personally also, and then accordingly we can plan the treatment for the next 6 months. So we are having over here Amir Sharma ji. A very good evening to you, Amira ji. A very good day, doctor. We started treatment for our kid after meeting you in person. It's been 6 months, 9 months. Ansh hyperactivity improved, eye contact improved. Now concern is speech. Is 3.6 years old. So Miraji, it's really very good to know that yes, uh, the hyperactivity of the child has come down, and eye contact has improved. But as I was just mentioning before I went through your question, meeting personally every 6 months is the essence of this treatment. And as he is now 3.6 years old, it even becomes more important that we meet in person, because we should never carry on with the same kind of treatment over and over for months and months, without meeting in personal or without a video conferencing. One of those things has to be done every 6 months so that we can fix up targets. Like over here, as is very much evident from your question also, that the hyperactivity has come down, the eye contact has improved, but speech needs to be addressed, and that needs to be addressed by first of all interacting so that I can evaluate, I can understand. and my team can evaluate that what exactly has to be done and where we need to focus, so that we can now have a very good speech in his case also. So going ahead to Mr. J. Mr. J, you have asked a question. Hello, Dr. Sharma. I would like to consult with you regarding an autism patient. Could you please guide me on the best possible approach and treatment option available under your expertise? Mr. J, I would like to tell you that, see, when it comes to the treatment of a child suffering from autism, the most important thing is the evaluation. Now, why the people they travel around the globe and try to meet me or with doctors like me or with psychologists like me? Because a good observation is the key to success for a child suffering from autism. It's not that we merely can pick up any odd product in the market, we can take a supplement and a child will come out of autism. It's more about talking, it's more about observation, it's more about evaluation, understanding which parts of the behavior are required to be modified, where exactly we need to be working on the aspects of the behavior. So once we understand that, once we start focusing on that, then we can prepare a roadmap where we combine Ayurveda, where we combine psychotherapy, and by the usage of both Ayurveda and psychotherapy, we can ensure that a child comes out of autism. Mr. John Wick, a very good day to you also, and yeah, it's always good to be in UK, and that's really great that we'll be meeting in London, and it's good that Jax has improved a lot, and we are same here. I also am eagerly waiting to meet you. See, as a consultant, as a physician, as a psychologist, as an Ayurvedic doctor, for me also, when children who for the first time when they come to me and they are not saying anything, they are not looking at me, they are not even saying hi-fi, they are not very active with me. When after 6 months they meet me and some of them will say, hi, hello, uncle, and they wave at me, they do a high five, they interact with me. It is very satisfying for me also as a consultant. For the parents, yes, definitely it's satisfying. And whenever we have to start this roadmap towards success, yes, it is understandable that in the beginning the parents are apprehensive. There are multiple questions in the mind of parents because in today's commercialized era, the worst thing is that people will claim too many things without even knowing anything about it. And that is why that puts a genuine trust issue in the mind of many parents. And that's why I always tell the parents, seeing is believing. So whenever I travel somewhere, it's always good for the parents over there if I try sparing out a day or two always. For example, this time also I am on official tour, but I made sure that I can spare out some time. So wherever we can meet, whenever we can evaluate, it really helps out a lot. Meeting sorts out a lot of things. Manpreet Kaur, why don't you do tests on the gut and then create a plan? Manpreet ji, what happens is, see, there are many naturopaths who will say that gut issues have to be sorted out. And honestly speaking, and a child who is less focused and a child who is not that much focused is autistic or is ADHD, gut issues are very common issues that the child is suffering from. But the beauty of Ayurveda lies in the fact that when we are using Ayurvedic treatment for a child, it starts from the gut itself. Ayurveda says, Roge sarvo api mandagane. All disease stem from gut issues. So that's why, without having to focus too much on that, the herbs like vacha, Acorus calamus. Now that herb itself is so good for the digestive system. So when we are giving any kind of treatment to any child, when we are working on a child, without us having to give too many supplements of the gut starts improving. Again, there are some panchkarma techniques which are to be done at the home, like Nabhi Pichu. Nabhi Pichu is one of those techniques. You can see some of my videos on my channel where you can learn what is Nabhi Pichu exactly. Nabhi Pichu is above all any medications, any probiotics for sorting out the gut issues of a child. So anyone who is in touch with us, who is in consistent touch with us, and who is taking the treatment, the gut issues are definitely addressed. Unlike going for too many heavy metal tests, going for too many tests, and then just piling up the body with too many probiotics and everything. No, that should not be the case. We definitely need to address the gut issues, but why necessarily with medicines? Even in my autism treatment, I always believe in giving the least number of supplements to the child. I use more of ABA. चंद्र प्रताप मिश्रा जी, हेलो सर जी, नमस्कार। मेरे बच्चे का IQ 45% आयुर्वेदिक ट्रीटमेंट हो तो बताएं ताकि कुछ सुधार हो सके। सर जी बहुत परेशान है। सर सबसे पहले तो आप याद रखिए कि जब भी हम IQ लेवल की बात करते हैं, यस IQ लेवल को आयुर्वेद की मदद से इस्तेमाल किया जा सकता है, लेकिन यहाँ ये जानना बहुत ज़रूरी हो जाता है कि हमारा जो IQ लेवल इस पर्टिकुलर केस में घटा है, उसका कारण क्या है। सो IQ लेवल में डेफिनेटली सुधार हो सकता है। ब्रेनो ए इज़ वन सच सप्लीमेंट। यू कैन यूज़ ब्रेनो ए फॉर इम्प्रूविंग द IQ लेवल, बट मेरी विनती यही रहेगी, कोई भी टेस्ट कुछ भी अब तक करवाया है, एनीथिंग विच यू हैव गॉन फॉर, प्लीज शेयर दोज ऑन द हेल्पलाइन नंबर्स विच आर देयर अवेलेबल on your TV screens. And once you share those, yes, definitely a lot of work can be done on the same. So moving ahead, Infinite to say, hi Dr. Navdeep, my kid is 9 years non-verbal, can the treatment option be suitable to start with? See, when we talk about a child who is at 9 years of age and is completely non-verbal, now being non-verbal can be of various kinds. In some cases, the child can do papa, mama, baba, dad. Few words the child is speaking, he is not completely non-verbal. There it makes it easier for us. And there are cases where the child is 100% non-verbal, not a single word with the child at the age of 9 years. There, if we are to make a child verbal, now, a lot of ABA has to be done. I would always advise someone who is at 9 years of age, if we want a child to be verbal at 9 years, it's possible. But then, to make that possible, take a break from your normal curriculum, be there with us for 3 to 6 months. Let us at least by ourselves get your child to the stage where he's saying single words for all his needs, because all those years of ABA which has been done on him in all the countries which are developed countries, unluckily the ABA over here believes in making a child communicate than making a child verbal. A tab is given to the child. If a child presses on the apple is given to the child. Now it's communication that we are working on, and we are not working on the words. So that's why for someone who is at 9 years of age now, if we really want the child to be verbal, it becomes so very important that we take proper steps. We don't keep on waiting, so that even if a child cannot develop 100% language, a child becomes verbal. A child becomes verbal to the level of sentences. So, yes, it is possible, but it needs to be done with a lot of effort. So, going further ahead, Jax Martho. Hello, sir. I got your reference from Google. I'm looking for the treatment of autism for my friend's daughter. Mr. Jax Martho, I appreciate your decision to be connecting with us and discussing the case of your friend. A friend in need is a friend indeed. That is something which is rightly said. And in today's world, where everyone is connected to each other only and only for his own benefits, if we are thinking so nicely for our friend's daughter, that is something which really needs to be appreciated. Now, what is very important over here for us to understand is that if we really want to be guiding you on what exactly can be done in this case, we will have to have certain videos of your friend's daughter. We will have to know the exact points of concern of your friend's daughter. For example, in some cases, it may be speech issues. The child is absolutely non-verbal. In some cases, it may be sensory issues. The child is running, spinning the eyes, and corner gaze, and lot many things. In some cases, it is the eye contact. In other cases, it is the hyperactivity. So there are various kind of there's no name response, so it may be a mix and match of all these problems, and it may be one, two, or three of these problems. The age again is something which is very important over here. So that's why I would really request you that share some videos of your friend's child over here, and I will be here in UK for next 3 to 4 days. So if your friend is from UK, yes, definitely something can be planned. I won't be 100% sure, but that something can be planned for meeting. But what I'm 100% sure is that yes, whether we meet or not, a lot can be done for your friend's daughter. All that I will require is I will require the details from your end. Rais is there with us, and Rajat is the coordinator. Age is 4 years. And Mr. Firoz, you have joined with us, and the age has been shared with me that the age of Rais is 4 years. Now, something at 4 years, which is very important. You are the grandfather, and it becomes very important for you to be aware of this thing that below 4.5 years of age, this I always say in my lives for all of you who listen, below 4.5 years of age, it is the reflex learning and reflex language development age for a child. So, any child who comes to us below the age of 4.5 years is always easy to treat, is always easy to bring out of autism as compared to a child who is above 4.5 years of age. The same thing, the same improvement becomes 4 times quicker below 4.5 years of age. So, here, since the age is 4, the next 6 months are really very important for him. For example, we can see over here questions of Mariam Khatun. Hi, my child is 11 years old. He's non-verbal. Now, we definitely will be able to work on bringing the child to a stage where the child becomes verbal. But then the time which is required in a child who is below 4.5 years is one-fourth the time than required at a age above 4.5 years. But yes, in both those cases, anywhere where the child's age is below 14 years, that means the hormonal development of a child has not yet occurred for a boy to be changed into a man and a girl to be changed into a woman. Till that time, the behavior modification, bringing a child to a verbal level, that is always पॉसिबल। चंद्र प्रताप मिश्रा जी, आपने जानना चाहा सर मेरे बच्चे का IQ लेवल और 8 साल की एज है। तो चंद्र प्रकाश जी, आप बिल्कुल मत घबराएं, कुछ वीडियोस हमें बच्चे के भेजिए। जो नंबर आप देख रहे हैं उसके ऊपर अब तक आपने क्या क्या दिया है, प्लीज़ वो भी बताएं ताकि मैं आपको सारी चीज़ें गाइड कर सकूं। Firoz, you have mentioned over here, please advise what treatment we will do. My daughter has taken him to Dubai for a few weeks when he was 3, but it was not of any help. Firoz, that is something which is really very important. If I talk about Dubai, I myself regularly visit over there in Dubai, Abu Dhabi. This time also on my way back to India, I'll be there in Dubai for a single day, and many parents will be meeting there also. Now, what is important for us to realize is whether it's Dubai, whether it's UK, US, Canada, India, anywhere on the globe, the best psychotherapists for a child are the parents themselves. Even when we ask the parents to come to our center here in India and stay over there with us, it's only and only because I myself personally take a proper follow up, and with all those years of extensive research, I involve one of the parents in the therapies of the child. There is no case where we are doing those things independently, keeping the parents far away from us and telling that, yes, we will be the ones who will be doing everything for your child. No, that is not possible. If you want a child who is normal, if you want a child who is not autistic, it really becomes very important that the therapies of the child are done by the parents themselves, that it's not therapies, it's lifestyle modification, interaction modification, behavior modification, on how you are going ahead with your child, how you are managing your child. If a child is scratching you, what do you need to do? If a child is holding your finger and is taking to you to the refrigerator rather than asking for a thing, what as a parent should be your reaction? If you are saying your child's name 4 times, 5 times, if you are saying it again, 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 and the child is not giving a heed to you, he's not listening to you, he's not doing eye contact. Now, what exactly needs to be done over here? So, all those things are basically a part of my treatment, where while we are using herbs, we also train the parents. Firozi, as far as the number of days for coming to India is concerned, since you have mentioned that your grandson is below 4 years in age, there are two options for anyone who is below 4.5 years of age. One, coming for 21 days, taking a training and going back and then doing everything at your own home, where we are doing everything video over a video call and following up with you every week through our AB experts. And once in 6 months, you are meeting me. Now, there is another way, because the age is below 4.5 years, where the parents, they come to us from 3 to 6 months, and we do everything for the child. They go with a lot of improvement, a lot of verbal improvement, and a lot of behavioristic issues in the child. So both the options are available for a child who is below 4.5 years. But for a child who is above 4.5 years in age, for example, we just came across a child who is 11 years in age. Now, if a child at 11 years in of age, he or she wishes us to do everything for the child, because there are two ways to do the stuff. One, where we are training you and you are doing it at your own home. One, the more better one, where you are coming to us. Again, you are doing it, but you are doing it under our expert observation. You are doing it under our training, which we are doing for you. So, when that is being done, for a child who is above 4.5 years in age, I ideally tell the parents, come to us for at least 3 months so that the child gets settled, and then we can do a lot of stuff for you. But for that to happen, see, it's not easy for anyone to leave his or own country, believe on a YouTube live, and just visit India. I am myself against it, that till the time you have firm belief, don't step in the treatment to our treatment. So that is why I take my time, I travel around the globe. There are parents who are not, there are parents who directly come to India, they directly come to US, to Canada, to UK, from various parts of the globe. They meet me. But there are parents who are not able to do that. They connect over a video conferencing session. But yes, in each case, before you visit India, it's always advisable either through video conferencing, and more ideally through a physical contact. See, when we talk about a physical contact, sitting in front of a doctor, it's not just about the medical reasons. We as human beings, it's easy for us to judge each other when we are near each other. It's possible for us at times to feel the aura of other person. It's possible for us to understand and realize what kind of a doctor, what kind of a person the one who's sitting in front of you is. So that's why I always believe that whenever it's possible for you, even if you have to travel all the way to India, all the way to US, because they're the more common areas for me to be meeting parents, or whether at times in Canada also. So any of the places which suits you. And currently I am in UK. So any place where it suits you, and because it takes around 30 minutes of my time to understand the case in a proper way. So, wherever it suits you, when you spare out time, let's meet. And it's my duty then to make sure, because everyone travels from a long, long distance when he or she is coming to me. And it's always my duty that when you are there in front of me, the every second of your time is utilized. It's not wasted. Because more than whatever you are paying these guys for any of the registrations, anything, it's your time which is more precious. Traveling all the way with the autistic kid, with the ADHD kid, with a GDD kid is not that easy. So that's why it's very important that when you are there in front of me, I give it my level best, and believe me, I don't leave any stone unturned. So Irina Sharma ji, you have said that I have shared my child's MRI report. Can you please suggest that he needs stem cell therapy? Irina ji, uh, you definitely would have shared your report, but for me to analyze that report, it has to come through a proper channel. The number is there on your screen. You need to be sharing your uh, patient code and all the details. And when all the details are there with me, I'll be checking it out. And on my behalf, one of my doctors can then update you whether we need to be going for a stem cell therapy. Otherwise, the thumb rule for going for a stem cell therapy, you always remember if the MRI is normal, if there is no hypoxic brain injuries, there is no thinning of the corpus callosum, if there is no major thing in the MRI, if the MRI says normal study, now if the MRI will say normal study, what will those stem cell therapies do? However, if, if there is a problem in the MRI, stem cell may be of usage in that case. So it becomes very important for having a digital contrast based MRI, a 3D contrast MRI. Now, once we further go ahead with the next question, which is more technical, the best exercise to target poor proprioception and the vestibular system in the kids that is hyperactive. Now, again, I would like to tell you over there are various techniques in ABA which are utilized over there. But if the system is very poor, it firstly has to be given a 20 to 30% support by the usage of Sangya Sthapak herbs. This is a special kind of herb which works on these receptors, which works on the vestibular system. And with that support, along with the ABA techniques which are followed, then we start visualizing a marked improvement in this kind of hyperactivity. Uh, the next is, hello, good evening, doctor. We are in UK. Do we have to come 21 days to your center as well as for the treatment? Uh, Frishane, this is the name which is showing to me. Uh, See, the first step, as I just guided, is meeting. Once we meet, once there is a thorough analysis. See, it's not in all cases where I will guide a child to be over there for the training purposes. But yes, where I feel it's important, I always guide. And where I feel we can do without it, I never advise it because I never want to trouble the parents. It's not easy for anyone to be traveling. Where I feel it is required, I will guide. Where I feel it's not required, I say don't. So it varies from person to person. It varies from child to child. It depends upon the age of the child. It depends upon the level of problems the child is facing. So that's why it becomes very important to get the child evaluated, to get the child analyzed. And if you are in UK, you can get back to the team, share the details with them, and then we can plan it out if possible. So going further ahead, Seema Rajputji, as far as Toronto is concerned, this visit of mine, in which I am here in UK currently, was intended for Toronto. I was supposed to be in Toronto at this time. So there was some important meeting, and I can't disclose the nature of those. There are some trade talks and certain things going on over here, and I'm a part of some of those stuff. So that was why I was required to be here, and I thought, let's plan it out for the patients of UK once again. As far as Toronto is concerned, I would definitely be trying to be over there in the later part of October, immediately after celebrating Deepavali in India. I'm planning to be over there. It's 80% finalized. You can get back to the team for that. And going further ahead, Birmingham. Wow. Firozi, again, I was supposed to go to Manchester. I was supposed to go to Birmingham. But with so many kids here who are planning to be over here with us in London itself, they have made my life easier. See, I am not a shirker for traveling when it comes to traveling for someone. But more important than being at Birmingham, a clinical setup is required. A psychologist is required. A clinical setup is required so that when the child is sitting in front of me, it should not be a case where I'm sitting in a hotel room like many Indian doctors would do. And merely I am saying out anything. No, that is not done. So currently in Birmingham, even if I visit, I'm not having a clinical setup, any tie up with anyone over there. So what I would suggest you over there is, what I can promise you is, in case you travel from Birmingham for me over here in UK, you make my life easier rather than asking me to be over there. I promise you, you won't regret it. It will be my duty that if you are from Birmingham over here, I make each and every kilometer you have traveled count. So make my life easier rather than asking me to be over there. Let's meet over here in London itself. And going ahead, I have a 8 years old son with autism. He used to be a picky eater when he was younger. Then at the age of 5, he started eating a lot of different foods, and now recently he's being very picky again. Now, when we talk about a autistic child who is a picky eater, in Ayurveda, we have Vata, Pitta, and Kapha, various kinds of body types. So, what I feel from your demonstration is that your child may be a Pitta child. Share some videos with us on the number which is over there, and we will be sharing a chart with you where you can take it up and see which body type your child is. And once we are sure that he's Pitta child, we will then be guiding you with certain techniques on how to keep his Pitta level balance so that he's less choosy eater. But always remember, even when we will do that for him, a bit of choosiness, a bit of pickiness will always remain in a Pitta child. A Pitta child, a child who is having more of Pitta, is always choosy, not just in food, but when he grows up in too many things in his life. Don't worry, share some details, and we definitely will be helping you out in this regards, because that is something which is easily managed with ABA. Jia ji, you have mentioned that I am very worried about my son. Please tell me when my son will be fine. Jia ji, I would appreciate if you can share some details with us on whether you are joining us for the first time or you are under any kind of treatment from us, or if you can share out the patient code with me, I will be definitely guiding you in this regards. And what I would like to tell you over here is that despite all kind of worries, what can really bring a child out of autism from the end of parents is a dedicated effort. In many families, when the father and mother will come to me, the father will start blaming the mother for everything, the mother will start blaming the father for everything. And although they feel that it is not affecting the child, but in reality, that is really affecting the child. It really affects the child. So that is something which we should always remember. Don't miss out on the ABA sessions. And where are you from, Jiaji? Which place are you? In case you are really worried and you are from UK, I can ask my team to cancel out someone's else appointment and fix it up for you. We can meet, because I don't want you to be worried. Worry is something which won't be solving things for us. It is a dedicated effort. If you are doing any kind of ABA currently, who's your psychologist? I would need some further details from your regard, from your end in this regards. So I've been updated just now that you're from Canada. So one more month. Don't worry. Be regular with the ABA sessions and try doing your sessions under Gurpriya. Whosoever is your psychologist, speak back to the team back in India and let us change your psychologist to a senior psychologist, Gurpriya, and share the problems with Gurpriya. I'm currently not having the details of all the supplements which are being given to you. And once I get those details, I would even be helping out my team with that. That if something needs to be added or reduced or something needs to be changed, I'll be guiding that. There's a lot of things for me to be knowing as far as that how many months you have started the treatment and a lot of other stuff. So since I'm not having the details, it won't be right for me to be commenting in particular. But yes, now that you know that, I know that you are concerned, my team will definitely get back to me on that and I'll be guiding you. So for all of you who have joined us today, see, if we really want our children to be out of autism, we have to come out of our comfort zones. It is very comfortable for us to take benefit of the NHS, to take benefit of the psychologist assigned to us, to leave our children at a therapy center who are managing our children for various hours, or to travel somewhere where we believe that some therapists can do it for our children. But always remember, you as parents have to be involved. And if you come out of your comfort zone, if you basically are willing to work for your child's improvement with us, there is no reason why your child will not come out of autism. We definitely would. Manpreet, you have mentioned my 3.5 years old is picky eater, as well as, and he's taking all your supplements and he's constipated. So see, when what you need to be knowing is that babuna is not a medicine meant for constipation. Babuna is for gut issues. For constipation, if you really feel that he's constipated, actually, I don't believe in giving medicine for constipation to the child. You can initially increase the dosage of babuna. You can take it to 10 ml if age is 3.5 years, and still, if you will remain constipated, then panchasakar churna has to be mixed in babuna. You can get back to the doctor who is dealing with you in that regards, and if required, Manpreet, we can even go ahead with a video conferencing in this case. Don't worry, but do remember, currently no such supplement for constipation is given, because I believe that for anyone's child, I should only use that kind of a stuff which I can use for my own child. So I believe in safety for the children. I believe in giving the minimum possible supplements to the children, because after all, after a particular stage, I have to wean off all those supplements. So once again, before I leave for the day, I would request all of you, wherever you feel that you are taking treatments from us, the treatments are working for you, or they are partially working for you, or you are stuck somewhere, always remember, meeting, interacting is something which can really help you out. Wherever you feel that due to any financial constraints, or you are not able to be that consistent in connecting, at least do not miss out on the live sessions which are done regularly. My today's live is from UK itself. But otherwise also, when I do lives from India in UK time, or I do live from US, at least 2 live sessions per month you should join. You should discuss. There are problems whenever we go for any treatment. If we are consistently guided, that really helps. Manpreet, you share your patient code and my team will get in touch with you and they will be guiding you in that. But for that, we shall require your patient code, or you can alternatively paste this question on the WhatsApp number on your screen, which is our helpline WhatsApp number. And I always guide the parents rather than interacting with their coordinators on their personal WhatsApp numbers. The best WhatsApp number is the helpline number, because once you send a WhatsApp message over there, there's a huge team of doctors, huge teams of psychologists who are waiting over there to help you out, to guide you in this regards. Now going further. Mm, Now this is the last question I'm going to take, my friend, because I have to log off now. Uh, Hi, I want to meet you with my 7 years old son, non-verbal boy. We live in Yorkshire, so it's going to be a long travel. So for the first meeting, how many days here to be there? For the first meeting, you only need to be over here for 2 days. When I say 2 days, because I don't want you to be traveling straight and coming to me with a child who's tired, whom I cannot interact with, who is crying a lot. So say, for example, you are meeting me on Friday, then you need to be over here on Thursday. One day prior to meeting me, be over here so that the child is calm, the child is relaxed, so that when I meet him, I can observe him in a better way. And don't forget to share some videos with my team. If you're planning to meet me, those videos which you share from your own home are really very important for us, because they are the neutral videos. They are the real videos where your child is interacting with you, and where we exactly know that what is the neutral behavior of the child at your home. So for all of you who joined us today in this live session, believe it and it will happen. Autism is a temporary phase in the life of a child if it is treated timely. So thanks for being with us. Have a good day. I will be leaving you back with a small video. It's again on autism. So any one of you who wants to have some further details, you can go ahead and you can listen to that video also. Thank you for joining us today. Have a good evening there in UK and have a good day there in US and Canada. Bye bye.
Autism is a temporary phase in the life of a child if treated timely.
Patient name, Parth, age 3 years, disease, autism. Chief complaints, speech delay, hyperactivity, irritative behavior, less interaction, less understanding. The parents of the child consulted Dr. Navdeep Sharma on April 2023 at 1:09 p.m. and felt the scope of treatment to work for the child. He did not respond clearly and showed irritative behavior most of the times.
करो
आ जाएगा वो.
कलर करो. वेरी गुड पार्ट. कलर करो. नो इस हैंड से कर. वेरी गुड. इसके अंदर रख दो. वेरी गुड. पापा का हैंड, दीदी का हैंड पकड़ो. हैंड चलो. वेरी गुड. खाओ. वेरी गुड. हेलो पेरेंट्स. पार्थ हेलो करो. हेलो करो. ये पार्थ है मेरा बेटा, 4 साल का होने वाला है. लास्ट ईयर जुलाई में हम डॉक्टर नवदीप शर्मा सर के यहाँ पहुँचे थे. हमें एक सर ने मेरे बताया था सर के बारे में. हमने सोचा भी नहीं था कि आज 9 महीने में पार्थ मम्मा पापा हमसे बोलेगा इतनी जल्दी. हम तो मतलब बड़ा एक माँ पेरेंट्स के लिए एक रहता है कि कब हम मम्मा पापा सुनेंगे पार्थ के मुंह से. आज पार्थ मम्मा पापा और विद सेंस सब कुछ बोलता है. भगवान की कृपा से और सर की मेडिसिन और सर के गाइडेंस से आज 9 महीने में पार्थ एक नियर टू नॉर्मल लाइफ जी रहा है. और स्कूल में भी पार्थ प्ले ग्रुप में था. अभी जस्ट 15 दिन पहले ही स्कूल में मैम ने बोला कि पार्थ को हम नर्सरी में भेजेंगे. और जो सर ने जो लाइफ में हमारी खुशियाँ दी हैं, बहुत एक पेरेंट्स के लिए इससे ज़्यादा और क्या हो सकता है कि उसका बच्चा इतनी जल्दी और इतना अच्छा इम्प्रूवमेंट हो जाए. एक पेरेंट्स के लिए बहुत बड़ी बात है. थैंक यू सर. थैंक यू वेरी मच हमारी लाइफ में इतनी बड़ी खुशियाँ देने के लिए. थैंक यू एंडी निरोगम.
Autism is a temporary phase in the life of a child if treated timely.
Patient name, Vivan, age 4.5 years old, disease, autism. Chief complaints, speech delay, less understanding ability, inexpressive, sensory issues, lack of focus. The parents of the child consulted Dr. Navdeep Sharma on 27th November 2022 at 11:00 a.m. and felt the scope of treatment to work for the child. The chief complaints were speech delay, unable to write and sensory issues. The child could not write by himself. He was also not very socially active. Throughout the treatment, significant improvement was seen in the child. He started writing on his own, gave answers and also became active. He started interacting more and gave answers instantly. His focus also saw an improvement. He also participated voluntarily in activities and also excelled academically. Instant responses were also seen within a few months of treatment. With improved attention span, he became quick in recognizing and mind games as well. He was able to interact more with peers, participate in class and also understand things in a better way.
हाय, मेरा नाम प्रिया है एंड मेरा बेटा है 5 साल का होने वाला है. एंड मुझे नवदीप सर से मेडिसिन लेते हुए मोर देन 1 ईयर हो गया है. एंड आई हैव चेंज लाइक आई हैव सीन इमेंस चेंज इन माय सन. लाइक जब हम यहाँ पे आए थे तो ही वॉज लाइक वो एक वर्ड ही बोलता था. एंड जब से हमने मेडिसिन शुरू की है एंड मेडिसिन के साथ साथ शिरोधारा भी इसकी मोर देन 1 ईयर से चल रही है. एंड विद कंटिन्यूटी ऑफ दिस मेडिसिन एंड ऑल उसमें ड्रास्टिक चेंज है. जैसे अभी वो सब कुछ अपनी चीज़ें 99% अपनी चीज़ें वो बता पाता है ईजिली. एंड दैट टू वे स्टार्टेड मेकिंग फुल सेंटेंसेज ऑल्सो. क्लास में भी अकेडमिकली ही इज़ गोइंग सुपरबली ऑसम. ही हैज़ स्कोर्ड 88% इन हिज लास्ट टर्म. एंड जहाँ पे जब वो नर्सरी में था ही जस्ट स्कोर्ड 55%, नॉट इवन 50%. एंड अभी जस्ट टर्म ए में ही इज़ इन जूनियर केजी. अभी टर्म ए में उसके 88% नंबर आए हैं. नाउ ही हैज़ स्टार्टेड राइटिंग ऑल्सो. पहले वो मतलब पकड़ के लिखता था, पेंसिल पकड़ के, उसका ग्रिप भी प्रॉपर नहीं था. बट अब वो लिखने भी लग गया है. प्लस मुझे जो मेडिसिन से जो मुझे मेन फ़र्क दिखा है दैट इज़ सेंस. जो मुझे चाहिए था कि सेंस में थोड़ी सी डेवलपमेंट. पहले उसको फ़र्क ही नहीं पड़ता था कि कोई घर में आ रहा है जा रहा है. वो जस्ट कमांड वाइज ही चल रहा था. लाइक ही स्टार्टेड फॉलोइंग माई कमांड्स, लेकिन अपने दिमाग से वो कुछ नहीं कर रहा था। बट जब से मेडिसिन लेना शुरू किया, आफ्टर 3 मंथ्स मुझे ज़्यादा चेंजेस दिखे हैं। 3 मंथ्स में धीरे धीरे चेंज आए। अब विद इन अ ईयर तो ड्रास्टिक चेंज है। जैसे उसको देख के आप बोल ही नहीं सकते हो कि दैट ही हैड माइल्ड ऑटिज्म, तो उसको माइल्ड ऑटिज्म ही था, बट अब वो माइल्ड ऑटिज्म के स्पेक्ट्रम से भी निकल गया। अब जस्ट उसके थोड़े सिम्टम्स रह गए हैं। एंड वी आर स्टिल इन टच विद नवदीप सर। वी आर स्टिल टेकिंग द मेडिसिन। उनकी जो भी गाइडलाइंस है, बीट डाइट, बीट उनका यंत्र, वी आर डूइंग दैट रिलीजियसली एंड आई मीन इट। विद दैट हम उनको हीलिंग म्यूजिक भी सिखाते हैं, जिससे बच्चा इंटरनली भी हील होता है। मेडिसिन हम दे रहे हैं। सो आई एम क्वाइट हैप्पी विद दी मेडिसिन एंड फैसिलिटीज। द डॉक्टर्स आर एवरी टाइम अवेलेबल। और मुझे हफ्ते में 1 साल से ज़्यादा हो गया, मुझे हफ्ते में 1 कॉल ज़रूर आता है यहाँ से, दैट यू नो वेदर द थिंग्स आर गोइंग राइट। विवान के बारे में दे आस्क कि वो कैसा चल रहा है। तो लाइक दे आर इन टच, द होल टीम इज इन टच विद मी मोर देन 1 ईयर। मेडिसिन यहाँ पे टाइम से आ रही है, हमें घर पे डिलीवरी मिल जाती है। जब हमें आना होता है नवदीप सर के, हमें कॉल्स आ जाते हैं दैट यू नो वो अवेलेबल है इफ़ यू वांट टू मीट। तो द एज अ क्रक्स आई एम सैटिस्फाइड विद द मेडिसिन ऑल्सो एंड विद द स्टाफ ऑल्सो। थैंक यू।
Autism is a temporary phase in the life of a child if treated timely.
Patient name Bhanu Pratap, age 6.7 years old, disease autism. Chief complaints: hyperactivity, speech delay, communication, short sitting, problem with understanding. The parents of the child consulted Dr. Navdeep Sharma on 2nd November 2022 at 11 o'clock am and felt the scope of treatment to work for the child. The chief complaints of the parents of the child were hyperactivity, speech delay and short periods of sitting. The child also did not communicate much. Within a year of treatment from ND Care, a significant improvement was witnessed in the child. His condition showed positive results with reduced hyperactivity, improved speech, better understanding and longer sitting. He even communicated and expressed his feelings in detail. Participation amongst peers has also increased. The child also participated actively in his school activities and showcased confidence.
बच्चे का ट्रीटमेंट मेरा चल रहा है, तो हमारे बच्चे की बहुत अच्छी इम्प्रूवमेंट है। पहले तो हमारा बच्चा बात भी नहीं करता था, कोई समझता नहीं था। अब इसमें स्पीच भी आई है, अंडरस्टैंडिंग आई है जी। अभी मतलब बैठ जाता है, पहले 10 मिनट भी बैठता था। तो काफ़ी इम्प्रूवमेंट हुई है बच्चे में, पहले कुछ भी नहीं था। तो सारी हमारी भगवान है। मतलब पहले हमें पता भी नहीं था, सरकार को पता होता तो हम पहले से ट्रीटमेंट स्टार्ट कर देते। तो हम खुश हैं अपने बच्चे के लिए।
Autism is a temporary phase in the life of a child if treated timely.
Patient name Ritika, age 20 years old, disease autism. Chief complaints: hyperactivity, behavioral issues, shouting and screaming, irritation. The parents of the child consulted Dr. Navdeep Sharma on 23rd January 2023 at 3 o'clock pm and felt the scope of treatment to work for the child. Before the treatment, the chief complaints were regarding hyperactivity, shouting and behavioral issues. She screamed abruptly and showed irritated behavior frequently. With the ongoing treatment, significant improvement was there in her condition. Hyperactivity was reduced a lot. She also became more calm and also stopped shouting. Along with that, irritated behavior also showed improvement. She also got involved in co-curricular activities like sketching and painting, which improved her performance. She also showed a lot of growth in terms of expressing herself. She started singing and other activities.
हम रणजीत सेन हैं। माई डॉटर का नेम है रितिका सेन। शी इज़ एन ऑटिस्टिक पेशेंट। 1 साल पहले गूगल में डॉक्टर नवदीप शर्मा को देखा, उनका साइट देखा, तो उसके बाद हमने कांटेक्ट किया है और 2023 जनवरी से हम मेडिसिन ले रहा है अंडर सुपरविजन डॉक्टर नवदीप शर्मा। 9 महीने में हमको बहुत ही असर मिला वो मेडिसिन से। पहले शुरू में मेरा बच्चा चीखते थे, हर टाइम अचानक चीखते थे, हर टाइम चिड़चिड़ापन रहते थे, हाइपर था, बहुत ही हाइपर था। मेडिसिन लेने के बाद उसका ये चिड़चिड़ापन, एग्रेशन बहुत ही कम गया है। मेडिसिन के साथ साथ पंचकर्मा भी दिया है और साथ में साइकोथेरापी भी चल रहे थे। तो ये साइकोथेरापी, पंचकर्मा और मेडिसिन लाके कुल मिला के मेरा बच्चा अभी बहुत ही बेटर है, पहले से बहुत ही बेटर है। आयुर्वेदिक में हमको लगता है डॉक्टर नवदीप शर्मा स्पेशली फॉर ऑटिज्म के लिए बहुत ही अच्छा डॉक्टर है। थैंक यू।
Autism is a temporary phase in the life of a child if treated timely.
Patient name Hiravraj Singh Tomar, age 4.5 years old, disease autism. Chief complaints: speech delay, hyperactivity, poor eye contact, less social interaction, low attention span. The parents of the child consulted Dr. Navdeep Sharma on 10th August 2023 at 10 o'clock am and felt the scope of treatment to work for the child. The child was diagnosed with autism spectrum disorder, which caused the issues of hyperactivity, social interaction and speech delay for the child. With the onset of treatment, the results started showing up. There was an improvement in hyperactivity and increased social interaction.
मेरे बेटे का नाम हीरावराज सिंह तोमर है। हम लोग भोपाल से आए हैं। मेरा बेटा जब 3.5 साल का था तब वो उसको डायग्नोस हुआ था ऑटिज्म। फिर मैं रेगुलर रिसर्च करती रहती थी बोल में। फिर मैंने एक बार यहाँ पुष्ट का और एंटी केयर के बारे में सर्च किया, तो यहाँ पे पूरे कॉन्फिडेंटली सर ने बोला है कि ये सिर्फ एक टेम्परेरी स्टेज होती है लाइफ में बच्चों की। तो वहाँ से मुझे लगा एक बार मुझे देखना चाहिए। फिर मैंने ऑनलाइन सेशंस लिए, थोड़ी हाइपरएक्टिविटी कम हुई, थोड़ी सी स्पीच भी डेवलप हुई। फिर उसके बाद हम लोगों ने फिजिकली ये जो चंडीगढ़ सेशन यहाँ पे जो इन लोगों का सेंटर है यहाँ हम लोग आए, वहाँ हम लोगों ने पूरा जो इनका पंचकर्म और सारे जो सेशंस होते हैं योगा EVA क्लासेस सारी। तो अभी हमारा आज 4th डे है। 4th डे में मुझे काफ़ी अपना बच्चा रिलैक्स लग रहा है। उसमें काफ़ी अच्छे चेंजेस मुझे देखने को मिल रहे हैं। स्पीच भी जनरेट होना और अच्छे से स्टार्ट हो रही है, सेंटेंस भी उसे बुलवा रहे हैं तो बोल रहे हैं। और यहाँ के जो सारे स्टाफ मेम्बर्स हैं वो काफ़ी सपोर्टिव हैं, बहुत अच्छे से सारी सेशंस और क्लासेस जो भी होती हैं सारी चीज़ें बहुत हेल्प कराते हैं। यहाँ का स्टे बहुत अच्छा है, तो मुझे यहाँ ओवरऑल सारी चीज़ें अच्छी लगी। मेरे बच्चे को भी काफ़ी मदद मिली इन चीज़ों से, काफ़ी इम्प्रूवमेंट देखने को मिल रहा है मुझे। तो थैंक यू सो मच।